Pattaya City Expats Club is a non-profit social organisation and our speakers are volunteers. The club as such assumes no responsibility or liability for the professional reputation of or the quality of services provided by the speaker today.
Wow. Oh, good morning everyone.
Morning.
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 Let's try that again. Good morning everybody.
Good morning.
You know, I've been to many expat clubs around Thailand and I believe that this is the biggest and the best club. Wow. Isn't that amazing? So give yourselves a round of applause. It's amazing. I've got to find out how this works. Wow. Before I start, I would like to thank everybody for allowing us to be here today. I am the CEO of a company and it's named Sunshine International. And my colleagues here today is Torsten, just over here, he's from Germany. And Kun Photo, he's one of our CEOs and he's from Thailand. His name is Itpum Thanachok. First of all, I want to find out today, where are you from so we can get to know you. So hands up or shout out if you're from Germany. Germany, okay. You can shout out, all the Germans go yeah. Okay?
Yeah.
So hands up who's from Germany.
Yeah.
Okay, a few people. Okay, hands up who's from Australia? Oh! Okay, Australia first. What about England? Ah, so far we've got the most from England. What about Norway? Oh. No Norwegians? Any French? Ah, bonjour. What about Thai people today? Have we got any Thai people? Swathi Khan? Wow. Anybody from Sweden? Wow. And what about Pattaya? Anyone come from Pattaya?
No, I'm from Pattaya.
Okay. I'm going to find out one more thing for you because I'm very nosy.
America.
Oh, yes. Let's find out then. Anyone from America?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow, so we've got, I think it's number one is America, do we agree?
Yeah.
Number two, England. And number three?
Australia.
Australia.
Exactly.
Wow, Canada? Yeah. Shout, why don't you shout out where you are from? Scotland! Scotland! Oh, sorry about that. No, I'm joking. It's a great place.
Holland.
Ireland. Wow, you like your Guinness? Okay. Anyone else? Switzerland. Wow. Anyone from Switzerland?
Yeah.
Wow. Did you know that at Sunshine International, many of our guests come from Switzerland? Yes. And I've been to Switzerland. Very nice. Also Uganda. Uganda. Wow. That's awesome. Let's give a round of applause for this expat club because it's a great club. I haven't got a clue who organised it or who organised it, but you're doing a good job and I'm sure that you're helping good people too. I just want to find out how many of you live in Pattaya. If you live in Pattaya, all of you all live here. Wow. You know, I read this week that Pattaya is now as one of the places in Thailand that abides by the law 100%. I read that all the people wear their motorbike helmets. I read there wasn't one prostitute in Walking Street. Oh, that's amazing. It's a great place. Who's been here for more than 2 years? Wow. Okay, who's been here for more than 5 years? Wow. Who's been here for more than 10 years? Oh, wow. The more that hands go up now is better for me. Who's been here for more than 15 years? Wow. More than 20? Wow. Let's go one more. More than 25? Wow. That's amazing. I won't ask any more because you probably wouldn't be able to get your hand up. Sorry? You've been 40 or 50 years, who's got a business? Yes. How many of you have been here for 40 years? Anybody been here for 40 years? Wow, amazing, that's great. How many people speak Thai? Well done. I'm going to tell you exactly where I come from, what country. And I'm going to let you know by telling you one word. Okay? If I say the word Brexit. Do you know Brexit? Hands up who's for Brexit.
I am.
Hands up who's against Brexit. Wow. We better move on, otherwise we'll have a war. You know, for many generations now, foreigners, just like us, we've been coming to places like Pattaya, and we've been enjoying Thailand all these years. And in the last 4 generations, Thailand, we've had lots of ups and downs. We've had coups, we've had tsunamis, financial crisis, street protests. But rarely it has ever affected us as foreigners. Do we agree? Yes. Most foreigners I still meet, they just love living in Thailand. How about you? Do you like living in Thailand? Yeah. And even though over the years prices have gone up, especially compared to Europe, Thailand is still quite a cheap place to live. Do you agree?
No.
Yeah?
Not a cheap place.
My wife is expensive.
And we still know that Thailand is still, it's an easy place to live.
Yeah.
More easy than Europe. We have less red tape here. Do we agree on that?
No.
No? No?
The red tape is mind-boggling here.
I think there is red tape, but not as much as Europe. Do we agree or not? Hands up who agrees. Hands up who don't agree. Okay. You know, for many of us, our days are getting up in the mornings, having breakfast on the balcony. Sorry. We go for a swim in the swimming pool. Hands up who likes to go swimming. Yeah, see? Hands up who does go swimming often. And we often go for a walk along the beach, many of us every day. We go for a round of golf. This is things that expats do regularly in Thailand. Hands up who likes golf. We like to go to the shopping plazas. You know. And for the majority, we have a great life here in Pattaya. Agree? Yeah? Okay. Now, if I catch anybody sleeping, okay, and even though some people are old here, most of us, we're still having fun. Agree? Yeah? Okay. Many of us, we moved here either as early retirees or younger, and we liked it, and we would never want to really go back home to Europe. How about you? How many of you would like to go home to Europe? Anybody like to move back home?
No, only vacation.
Okay.
Even that is a pain in the ass.
And some of us,
Come on.
we couldn't even afford to go home to Europe, even if we wanted to. It's just not feasible. And if we did have to go home, we would probably have some kind of very small studio room that was so small that you couldn't swing a cat. We'd probably be sitting in front of the fire, just rocking away, or looking out the window and looking at the rain.
No more fire, climate change.
Can you imagine living in the freezing cold again? Can you imagine years of living in Thailand and you've got to go back home? That would be horrible, especially for me. I've been here almost 40 years living in Thailand. Oh,
Just give it a second and see back.
okay. Technical issues. Okay. And even if you had a nice warm day in Europe, it's too expensive. You wouldn't even enjoy going out as a retiree. Currently, I live in a place called Hua Hin in Thailand. Hands up who knows Hua Hin? Oh! Hands up who's been to Hua Hin?
Yeah, lost it.
Wow!
If you
Wow.
know, then you've got to be there.
I thought Hua Hin was a small little quaint town.
You notice we're not there though.
Yeah. Hands up who likes Hua Hin?
We don't.
Hands up who doesn't like it?
I.
Only one, thank God for that. For the past few years, I've been doing some volunteering work for the church and for many foundations in Hua Hin. And one of my jobs is we talk to people who come to us who's got problems. And very often, some retirees come to us. It's very, very often they come to us. And they come to us because they maybe have a need. We help people who are in trouble. We help those people that lost all their hope. And we get retirees who come where they became sick and just run out of money. And after years of doing this, I realized that many people live a full and happy life in Thailand. But one day, up until now, eventually, the retirees, sadly, they are forced to go home. And that's sad, after living here all their life. And it's really sad, because they've made friends, they've made family, they get sick, and they just can't cope living here anymore. And very often, retirees, couples, very often, sadly, they become one, couple become one. They become lonely. Sometimes arthritis sets in, because it's just part of getting old. Some people get other sicknesses. And very often, very, very often, I hear this because in my job, I hear stories like I'm going to tell you right now. I can't go home because I have nobody there. I would be so lonely if I went home. I couldn't even afford to go home. Because Thailand has been my life forever. Or seems like forever. And then I would hear other stories of people lying on their deathbeds, and they say things like, oh, you know what, I just wished I had done more in my lifetime. I wished I would have told my wife that I loved her more. I wished I would have written that book. I wished I would have reached my dreams, because I had a dream that I wanted to do all of my life, but I've never done it. I wished I'd have planned my retirement more when I was younger. And sadly, I've met many people after 40 years living here who eventually have to go home. They're forced to go home. And that's why that I started a company called Sunshine International. So people like you and me, when we get older, we don't have to go home. Sunshine International is a company to help people as they get older. To be your confidence when you're feeling weak. Ooh. Currently in Hua Hin, we have 3 projects, and a fourth hotel is on its way. And we're also announcing today of a new project that's going to be starting in Pattaya. I should have been announcing the location today, but unfortunately we're not allowed to just let it out just yet because it's all not completed. But let me share a little bit of what it is like living in a Sunshine International hotel. Let me tell you first that Sunshine International isn't a care home. I don't want it to be like a care home, because I don't think anyone deserves to go in a care home. It's degrading. And I think that we all deserve to have the retirement that we've all worked for. Do we agree? I agree. That's great. You know, our life is so short. I remember once that I met a man, and he was 104 years old. And he said to me, he said, Andrew, he said, whatever you do, make sure that you enjoy every day. Because even if you live to 104, life is still very short. So, we started Sunshine International, and what they are hotels. So when you get older, you move into a hotel residence. You don't have to go into an old people's home. We have old people there, we have young people there. You would not know, all you would know is that you were in a hotel. The only difference is that we also have nurses walking around and hotel staff. Okay? Okay, let's move forward. I'm going to give you some information on our latest project. It's called Sunshine Prestige in Hua Hin. And my new hotel is a 4.5 star hotel in Hua Hin, and it also has private residences. And it's going to be open in around 2 years' time. It's set in 108 128,000 QM of land, which is 14 acres of land. It has 57 pool villas, 77 hotel rooms, luxury penthouses, royal suites, 44 apartments, and a condominium. Just a few minutes from the beaches of Hua Hin. This is the reception. So as you can see, it's a very classy place. This is the entrance. This is the condominium. This is another part of the condominium. This is the pool villas. Oh wait.
Just give it a second.
And sorry, yeah. Can I move it on?
Yeah.
Thank you. And you can either buy them or you can rent them. This is the swimming pool bar. So as you can see, there's nothing here that reminds you of a care home. That's the restaurant. We have an international restaurant with international food. What do you get when you stay at a Sunshine International? So I think it's not working. So I turn it off again and put it on again.
You're pushing the laser pointer.
Oh. Okay. So what every Sunshine International comes with an executive lounge. That means you can wake up in the mornings, you can push for the buggy, and you can go to the executive lounge. And in that lounge, you can have free tea, free coffees, free cappuccinos, and free refreshments. And you can go in there all day, every day. We also have a club lounge. This one you can upgrade. If you want to upgrade, you can go up to the club lounge and have free champagne and free beer, wine, spirit. But I know you people in Pattaya, you don't like wine, beers and spirits. Is that right? Okay. We have a fitness centre to keep you fit, give you something to do. We also have butler service, so if you want something to eat in your pool villa or in your condo, you can just pick up the button, push the button, and then they will bring your food. Every hotel has 24-hour nurses on call. So wherever you live, if you live in a pool villa or a private residence, all you need to do to get the nurse, you just push the button and the nurse will come. So if you fall, you just get to the button, push the button, and somebody will be there in a couple of minutes. We also have a spa in our resort, so if you feel like waking up, go and get a spa. We have a cocktail party every month for people to enjoy. You become part of a community at Sunshine. So you can either be private and stay by yourself in your condo or your pool villa, or you can become part of a community if you want to mix with people. It's just entirely up to you. Free coffees, as I said. We have a golf cart taking you around the resort. We also have a Swiss bakery, for Switzerland, selling lots of cakes and things. We have a 100-meter swimming pool. So it looks small on the picture, but it's actually 100 meters. We have free daily shuttle service to the city, to the beaches, to the shopping malls. Now, did you say the red button? Okay, so this is the main entrance here. And then here is the concierge. We have fitness here. This one here is the hotel. No, sorry, this is the hotel, sorry. This is the hotel. And this is the condominiums. This one is the reception. 100-meter swimming pool. And then here is the restaurant. And then here we have 56 pool villas. We also have an opportunity for you to invest one. And when you invest in one, you get 8% income, rental income guaranteed. Now, what many people are doing is they're buying a condo or a pool villa now, and they're saying, I don't want to stay in it now because I want to stay in Pattaya, or I don't want to stay in it now. But I buy one now and I rent it out. And then when I need it later in life, if I feel that I've lost my confidence, if I feel I need some help now, then they can ring the office, say, you know what, we need our condo back. We want our pool villa back because we need some help. You know, as a son, I would never, ever really want to put my mother or father into a degrading nursing home. And some families, they have lost their whole life savings because they've had to pay for the care for their parents, or even they've had to pay for the care for themselves. And some families that I know, because I'm working in this business, they've had to lose their family home that they've had for generations just to pay for their care in Europe. And not only is the care cheaper in Thailand, but the people, the Thai people really do have a loving and caring and giving heart, and they are just first class at taking care of retirees. So today is not really about us telling you to buy a condo or buy a pool villa, but it's about us telling you that you don't have to go home back to Europe. You don't have to go home to the cold and the wet and the miserableness every day. It's about telling you that Sunshine International can be your confidence when you lose all your confidence. That we can be your strength when you're weak. You know what? We can be your good days when you have bad days. We have things like barbecues, community events. We like to keep you occupied every day when you live in the sunshine. And it cuts out one of the world's biggest killers, which is loneliness for an older person. Because I was just thinking a couple of days ago about my parents who have been married for over 50 years, and one day one of them is going to be alone, and that is a sad loss for both of them. Okay, this is just some pictures of some of the accommodation that you will get at the Sunshine. This is a standard apartment, just a bathroom in a pool villa. So today is about just letting you know that you don't have to go home, and we are not a care home. That Sunshine International is a place where you can go and you feel like you're just in that hotel. So I want to thank you for having us here today. It's been great to have you. I'm going to invite Ipum down and Kun Torsten, and maybe they can answer some of your questions. Torsten? No, okay. Torsten.
Your turn.
So, I want to, just before I go, I want to encourage every single person to continue to stay strong, continue to enjoy Pattaya, and continue to exercise. Because so many people, as we get older, we fail to exercise because we get lazy and I can't be bothered. But when you stay strong, when you eat healthy, you can continue to keep forward, going forward, having a long and happy and joyful retirement. So we're going to ask if you have any questions now. These guys will answer them.
One over here.
Right, this is the $64,000 question.
Yeah.
Move into one of your pool villas or condominium and you run out of money. What happens to you then?
Well, thank you for coming, everyone. We're going now. Well, if you did move into a condominium and you did run out of money, then you would be forced probably to sell it. You'd have to sell your condo and maybe buy a smaller one. If you're in a small one and then you run out of money, then you'd probably end up have to go home. Yeah. Yeah. It's still cheaper here to be. Sorry.
The question is, how much is it going to cost the month?
Okay, I would like to say when you start to pay or stay at Sunshine and then you're like 90 years old, and after when you run out with money, so we would like you to sell, and then we want to plan for you after 5 years or 10 years how long you can stay in Thailand. But anyway, when you say, okay, and if I can stay there, but how about your care? How about when you go to hospital? Okay, we also have the money you give us for the deposit. So we can use that money for the deposit also to help you for a carer and also to go to the hospital. And we want to keep you until on the end. And Sunshine International is not only the place you have to check out, because we also think when you go to hospital, even when you go to heaven. So we plan everything for you for the future, for your family, and also when you get older and older, you cannot go to immigration by yourself. And no one can help you for free service to make sure 90 day and 1 year visa not run out. But for Sunshine International, we will help you for free for service, and we will prepare 90 days. You just sit in your pool villa, and we will do everything for you for your visa and for 1 year. So that also will help you to save your money in your pocket too.
So basically, if you've got a condo, and just say for instance that you bought a 1-bedroom condo, just even a small one, and you run out of money, I would recommend that you would sell your condo and then just go into rental accommodation, and then the money from your condo will keep you going for a good few years. I think if you haven't got any money, then I don't know where you can live in the world. You know, it's difficult, I understand.
And I believe you can stay in Sunshine until forever, until you die. You know why? If you have pool villa, the price starts like 5.9. So that means you can rent out your pool villa. So you get also the profit for your money, for your stay, and then for yourself, you just move out for pool villa and then go to stay in apartment or condo and more cheaper. So that means you have some money, the profit when you rent out your pool villa. and then pay for your rent and pay for your food also. So I think it's not possible to run out money when you stay in Sunshine International.
Yeah. On here.
May I ask one question in that context? The 8% rental guarantee you pointed out, for how many years would you guarantee that?
Currently, we guarantee it for 3 years. And but I believe that you can always have that, because this hotel is needed in Thailand. This type of concept is needed in Thailand. And I believe that the first 3 years of a new hotel are always the worst 3 years. So we are covering the worst 3 years for you. And I believe that after 3 years, the hotel gets grown up. All of my hotels in the past, the first 3 years have been not good. Not bad, but not good. But after 3 years, it starts to get better. So we cover you for the first 3 years. And after that, we don't promise, we don't guarantee, but we're quite sure that you can continue to get that year after year after year.
On your left side, Andrew.
Oh,
Right, so you're guaranteeing 8% for
Yeah.
3 years
yeah.
on the smallest unit, which is 5.6 million.
No, our smallest unit is 65 square meters, which is a condo. We only actually guarantee rental income on some of our units. So we only guarantee on a condo of 65 square meters.
What does this condo at 65 square meters cost?
About, Torsten? 4.5 million.
And you guarantee 8% on 4.5 billion,
Yes.
which is down near 40,000 baht a month.
Torsten? Yeah. Something like, I can't.
I can't afford it, sorry. I'll go back to England.
Yeah.
Thank you for your talk.
That's okay.
I agree with some of your sentiments for sure about care homes and some nice words you passed on there.
Thank you.
Obviously the key to the whole thing is if you've got enough money to afford this sort of thing. A question I have, what differentiates this place from a normal hotel, apart from having nurses? I mean, do you allow, if you're renting out, is there a limit on age limit on who can rent these apartments? Or, can children be there? Is it just like a normal hotel in that respect?
It's very much like a normal hotel. The only difference is, as I said, is the nurses. And we believe that is good for the retired people, because we don't want to be, as we get older, around just being retired people. We want to be around some younger people to keep us feel younger. And going back to your question, just to your right, 40,000 baht a month. That's about how many pounds is that? It's about 1,000 pounds a month. Would you know that to be in a place like that in England, you're looking at 3,000 or 4,000 pounds a month now. And believe me, you're in a small little room with probably 20 other people and with about 4 nurses watching over all of you. Living at Sunshine International is like living in a 4 or 5-star hotel all the year round. Something that most people cannot do. And you don't have to, you don't have to pay out the 40,000 every month. You can buy one for 3.9 million baht, and then you've only got to pay out the maintenance fees every month.
Give us an idea of the most reasonable, like rental in the hotel or renting a condo. Can you tell us what kind of range to get into the place? And are there any deposits up front for rentals? And also, what about your meal arrangement? Is there any meal attached to any of the rentals that you're making?
Okay, you can actually rent from 27,000 baht a month, which is our lowest category. And for 27,000 baht a month, normally it's 29, but currently we have a promotion. And for 27,000 baht a month, you get a one-bedroom apartment with a living room, a kitchen, a full kitchen, a bathroom, and one bedroom. And then your second question was meals.
Well, how about the hotels? Is the hotel cheaper than that?
To stay in the hotel. The hotel is designed to give you, our residents, a feeling that they're in a hotel. So what happens is, and Klaus, he's one of our guests at Sunshine, he came there last month. He comes and he buys a condo in the hotel, and then his family want to come and see him, so they can come and stay with him in the hotel. So he's in this room here, and his family can come and they can be private, and they can stay in the room at the hotel. And the hotel is about, on average, 1,800 baht per night in the hotel. And the second question was regards to food. You can have a food package. You can include breakfast, lunch and dinner. You can have a half board about 12,000 baht a month. Or you can just pay as you go. Go down to the restaurant and then you sign or you pay, up to you. Food is about every meal between 150 and 250 baht. So, but if you make a package, then it's cheaper for you.
Okay, over there, please.
Hello, it's Peter from People and Places. I have a question regarding how you structure and build the rooms. Is everything reachable without using stairs? Like people who will have in a wheelchair, can they reach every place? And the doors, are they big enough to even get, when the people need more help, a portable bed inside that can be carried? How is the bathrooms? Are they big enough, anti-slippering, and that makes all kinds of structural improvements to the rooms that are needed for living as elderly people? Can you give us some examples how you did that?
Yes, I would like to say for sure, Sunshine International, we also plan for our future. So what we design for modern, yes, but we think about when you get older, all the door and all your bed and your toilet, even the step, everything, we make sure that wheelchair or the emergency bed or the ambulance can come in and help you and save you. And also for the street or the corridor outside, I mean everything we plan for when you cannot walk properly. When you get older, right now you can step like this, but when you're older, you have to slide your feet. And we also care about the pedicure, manicure for the lady too. They spend a lot of money for that, so they want to have a nice pedicure, manicure on their feet. So make sure they not fall down and it's not more step for them, and it's good for the future when they move in. Yeah.
What is your monthly maintenance fee on a 65 square meter unit?
The monthly maintenance include all the services that Sunshine International offer is 9,650 in the smallest unit. 9,650 per month. Include all the services. I mean, include the nurses, include the free cappuccino, include all the things what Sunshine International offer is daily services. So it's not only the
Sorry, can I answer him first? For the maintenance is start from 9,650 baht. So what you get that for monthly? So I would like to say free cocktail party 1 month, 1 time. That means including finger food and cocktail party is free. And also free for the maid come to clean your room and also change your bed every week. And also free including the coffee, tea the whole day, and also canapé serve in your room 3 times per week. And also including cup of tea 1 time per week, and also barbecue 2 times per month. And also have the nurse is come to see you and take care of you 24 hours on call. And also free shuttle bus for that. Money 9,650 I think is quite good for that price.
Thank you for a very animated talk. And I actually checked this out. I already knew about it. He was suggested as a speaker by a couple of the members who went down and saw Sunshine down in Hua Hin and were very impressed and thought he would give a talk, should come and give a talk. So thank you for coming and giving this talk, because it's very important that people know about these sorts of alternatives. When I was checking it out, it was because I had a friend whose Alzheimer's was deteriorating. And so it's not suitable for him, but I'm wondering are there other categories of people that it's not suitable for, because of course Alzheimer's people wander a lot and get lost, and it's not that securitized. So besides the Alzheimer's people, is there other people it's not suitable for?
We can even, we have one residence which is called Sunshine International Retirement Residence, and we take in most people there, what conditions they've got. And even we've had people there with Alzheimer's. So if somebody comes with Alzheimer's, then we get an Alzheimer's nurse to take care of them. But normally this kind of people, they wouldn't stay somewhere like this hotel, because this one is more for retirees enjoying their life, and they want some peace of mind. And then if they got to a stage where they couldn't take care of themselves a lot, then we would, they can either stay there or we move them to somewhere where they get more care, which is again under the Sunshine brand.
On the other side? Yeah, thanks for the information. It's very useful to a lot of us here. So, if I understand it, you buy a pool villa for 5.9 million or something, is it? How much is the service charge? Is it more than your 90,000 baht? And the person that's staying in it obviously pays a service charge, and then you're getting 8% on your money. Is that correct?
When you buy a pool villa, you pay around, I think it's 13,000 or not?
Depends on the size of the plot, you know.
Yeah, starting.
About something 12,000 baht.
So it starts as 12,000 baht per month. So.
And who pays that? If it's rented out, the person that's renting it pays it?
No, the owner pays.
The owner has to pay that?
Yeah.
So that's taken off the 8% that you're getting on that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So once you buy a condo or a pool villa, all your expenses are only around between 9 and 15,000 a month. That's it. Nothing else to pay.
Okay, over here, young man. Yeah. Yeah. Hello?
Oh. Sorry.
Well, first off, I'd like to compliment you on your presentation. If you were an American, you could probably be a Southern Baptist preacher in the Deep South. Based on what I've heard, one, where are the other expat clubs in Thailand? And have you developed hotels and residents in those areas? And as managers of condos where people are not living, what's your vacancy rate?
Good question. Okay. I've been to, in fact, I've actually been to this club here many years ago when it was at the Amari Hotel. Anyone remember being at the Amari Hotel? I think it was this club. But I came here many years ago at the Amari Hotel, and also been to Chiang Mai. They have an expats club, and we also have an expat club in Hua Hin. It's not called the expat club, but it's something very similar that is there for helping people. And I even have my own expat club in Hua Hin. It's called the British Expat Club. So I've done quite a few expat clubs in Thailand. And in regards to our occupancy, currently I think we're full almost everywhere until about March or April. So our occupancy is very good at the moment. So if you try to book now for this month, you can go to the website. I don't think you'll probably be able to get in. So after April or May, maybe you've got more chance to get in, because some people come for the winters and then go home again. Did I miss anything? Anything else?
On your left side. Yes, my name is Carlos. Okay, my question is more regarding if I want to plan a little bit in longer time when I buy a condo by you. I would like to understand how is your sustainability of your business case, that I know that in 10 years it's still working and still having, I will say, the same value as I buy now.
Okay, good question. Obviously, any hotel in the whole world, we cannot guarantee that we're going to be here in 10 years' time. But I do think, to be honest with you, that this is a concept that is really needed in Thailand. And more retirees are coming over all the time from Europe to come here because cheaper and better care. So no, we can't guarantee that we're going to be here in 10 years. But I think this is a concept that's going to grow and grow and grow.
Okay, so you told me you have nurses there, and I would like to know how many nurses are there for the rooms, and then are these nurses who have a certificate, and if people are in like in a chronic medical need, means they have to take medication or have an illness that need to be taken care of for several years. Do you work with several hospitals together who will even follow up the cases?
Yes, we work with Bangkok Hospital. You all know Bangkok Pattaya Hospital. We work with Bumrungrad in Bangkok, and we also work with local hospitals. And we have our own nurses, and all of our nurses are all fully qualified nurses. They nearly all come from the top 3 hospitals in Thailand, either Bangkok or Bumrungrad or something like that. So our nurses fully qualified, speaking English nurses.
Okay. I can't afford any of your villas, obviously, but I want to go back to the rental thing. You said 27,000 baht for a condo, right?
Yes.
Reasonable. Yeah. Does that include all the services that are paid for by the people that are paying maintenance fees?
Yes, when you rent, yes.
Okay, so the 27,000 includes all the maintenance fee, access stuff?
Yes.
All right, thanks.
Very good.
Okay, one more.
Have you done a demographic survey as to what the future demand will be? And other than the ones you mentioned, are you going to build some more of your facilities here in Thailand?
Actually, we're actually based now in Hua Hin, and we have three or four there, 4 residences. But I do think demographically, the best location for us will be in Pattaya once we start, because there's more foreigners in Pattaya than we have in Hua Hin. And although we bring many people over from Europe, it's easier for us to get people from Thailand. So I think Pattaya and Chonburi will be the one that will grow our brand the most.
Thank you for your question. And I would like to say in Thailand, like at Hua Hin, we have foreigners stay is like 5,000 or 6,000 people. but we can build Sunshine International very well, and we have foreigners to stay there. But in Pattaya, we have more than 70,000 foreigners stay here. So I'm sure one day here need this project, and I'm sure you need where you can stay when you get older after 70, 80 or 90. And for many questions is about investment, I would like to say 27,000 baht or 33,000 baht for that price a month. If you are 70 or 80 years, until you 90 or 100 years, you have to spend money more than 9 or 10 million baht for rent out that pool villa or condo. But if you invest money to pay or to stay, you get also your money back. And also, I would like to say you can calculate by yourself at home. For 70 years old or 80 year old, the cost per month is just like 1,000 or 2,000 baht per month. That is the point for us. I hope you understand what I mean, right? If you calculate, if you rent out now, okay, for 70 years old until 90, so the cost is about 10 million baht, okay? But if you invest money to buy one, maybe just 2.9, 3.9 million. So that 3.9 million baht, if you split it out, it's just like 1,000 or 3,000 baht per month. So save your cost a lot for 10 years or 30 years. Yeah.
Okay, well, we'd like to thank you for your excellent display and the honesty that you've given for prices. Something sometimes we don't see, but thank you. Okay, I'd like to thank everyone.